Yeah. Yes.
In a past life, the last line of House Haben, and it's been revealed that Claire is uh, the final line in that. So she's technically the real last line, as she was the daughter to Urilanna's past life.
Mm.
So that's stuff you would know, okay? Everything else, there's no sunlight here. It's magically hidden by this fog or cloud. You guys are staying in the Lucid Bastion, which I do have a map of Roshana that I can put you guys on again. So your guys' home is located near the Kryn's Den. The Kryn are still a house, right? They're just the ruling house. So they do have a home and then they have the palace, right? So your guys' house is near the Kryn's area of the Lucid Bastion. There is no Cobalt Soul place here. The only teleport circle you have access to is the one located in your guys' house.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about all that you would be aware of, okay?
Okay.
Not too much, but a little bit of information that you need to know.
Mm.
So, with that being said, we're going to pick up where we left off. Celeste,
Yes.
do you mind giving your viewers a recap?
I mean, yes, I might.
Do you not recall? Alright. Zen, my boy.
What's up?
We wake up early in the morning. There is, let's just say in your bed, there's a mass amount of people sleeping in your bed with you.
Any familiar faces?
You would see Sophitia's head resting on your chest with the baby in her arms. On the other end, you see your arm is kind of around your sister, kind of haphazardly, force of habit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's two kids in, kind of in between you and her. So you're sitting with quite a full bed.
Do they look like they're soundly asleep?
It is very early in the morning. Do you
Very
recall the
early.
dream you had?
Oh. Did I have a dream? Let me see if I wrote that down. No, I do not recall.
It's fine. But that would be what woke you up. It's kind of fuzzy, a little bit of foggy memory, but you do see your sister. You see her smiling up at you as she looks over at Sophitia and your baby. She kind of just makes that motion on her fingers, finger to the lips, and kind of tries to sneak her kids out with her.
I guess I will try to sneak off too, to try not and wake her.
Roll a stealth check. Or sleight of hand, whichever one you prefer.
Which one is better? So, they're kind of the same. I'll do this.
Easy enough. She didn't even know you were there, man. You slide on out. You see your kid move for just a moment and then just snuggle up further into mom. Your sister kind of gives you a smirk and she walks out with her two kids. When she walks out, you see the king about to knock on the door and she's like, no, no, no. Then hands him the two kids and bottles. And she goes to get cleaned up for the morning and he kind of looks down at his kids and walks away. Yeah, both of them in his hands.
Okay.
And the day is yours.
I guess I would quickly get ready. I mean, try to look presentable. And just before Shasia would have left with the king, I would have.
Oh, she went to your guys' bathroom.
Okay, I'll just go in there and then tell her that. Uh, so I think I would much prefer for our mother to remain in control of the city. But in order for my words to be more legitimate, I feel like I should probably at least regain my memories, and that would be my task, at least one of the tasks that I would set for myself today.
Okay. Well, I would have to agree. Some of these houses seem a little more greedy. Whereas I'm not saying Mother's perfect by any means, but she seems to keep a level-headed focus, even even in front of Soterius.
Yeah, I mean, I've met some of these other dens, and I don't know how I feel about them.
Can't be worse than the gentleman, and she chuckles as she's brushing her teeth.
You mean your ex-boyfriend?
It's kind of weird to think about it, but yeah, he was kind of a twat. Yeah, yeah. I feel better than I've ever felt before, and I'm glad you're here.
That's good. I'm assuming she's like in the tub or something.
No, she's just standing in front of the sink brushing her teeth.
Oh, okay.
You guys have seen each other naked. It's not a big deal to her. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna go, I guess, get things ready for this. I don't know if you want to accompany me or if you have anything going on today, but
Oh, well, I gotta poop real quick, so I'll be right after you. Will you check on Soterius? He has trouble picking the right formula. I'm not breastfeeding today, so I told him to give him milk, and he sent me a message back saying we don't drink out of other animals. So he might need help finding,
Holy shit, it's
I
been
don't know,
another month.
a vegetable-based drink. I don't
I mean, okay, all right.
know. You should just see her getting her hair ready. Am I going with you, or do you need me to stay
I
when you
mean,
go do the den stuff?
I'm not sure if you're gonna do your memories, but if you are, I'd much rather
Oh, yeah, I'm
do.
doing that for sure with you.
You may as well do it together.
All right. Well, let me put on a little something to remind those other females of the houses that the Kryn line is the prettiest.
Of course. And I guess I'll head off to Soterius if she's gonna get
Yeah.
ready.
You see him staring at two kids on his bed, and he's kind of got like this like repugnant smell look on his face.
Mm, hmm.
Uh, Zen, don't. Oh, hey. um, how do you do this?
I'll just shrug. I was like, I don't know. That one looks good though.
Well, one of them smells.
um, I smell it. What is he smelling? The milk?
They shit themselves, and he put them on the bed to change them, and he doesn't know how to do it.
Oh. Oh, that's easy. I will summon my unseen servant and have him change the diapers.
Roll a performance check with your unseen servant. You can just use your own.
Let's see.
You can have an inspiration card for that.
It's like I've never done this before.
No.
Performance.
Yeah. He kind of looks down. Looks at you. Have you never changed your own daughter's diaper?
I have through my unseen servant.
Does Safitia know that?
Maybe, probably.
All right.
Sometimes I use my
It's
mage hand, but
decided.
I use that for other things, so I don't deem it appropriate.
You see his jaw drop as he. Ah. I was gonna ask you to teach me that unseen servant, but maybe it's a little personal for you. And kind of, puts his hand softly against your face, kind of shrugs his head and picks up his kids and walks away.
Okay. I guess. Do you need any more help, or?
Not with your perverted hand, but
That's a different one. That's a mage hand.
He's like, yeah, unless you can point out a you see him kind of get grossed out by the thought, a non-milk product.
I mean, I have these baby food with me. I don't know if
Uh.
they eat solids yet.
They're gonna learn today. What's
I give
Lance
it.
always say? Built different?
Right, I have heard him say that a number of times.
Alright. He takes one of them. Alright, thanks. And kind of makes his way downstairs. As he's going downstairs, you kind of see him drift around the corner. Line, since your room is closest to the second closest to the stairs, you would hear this all going down.
I just shake my head.
Oh, your door's closed, I assumed, or you sleep with your door open.
Oh, I just sleep with the open. I wouldn't care.
The king would have said. The king would have said to you as he walked by. Then, I see you're building a fort. Nice, and kept walking downstairs.
I'd be petting my Umbra, I guess.
It's just kind of curled up. It sees the king and kind of hisses at him.
Now, be friend.
It sees Zen and kind of bleeds into the shadows of the walls and appears behind Zen, kind of going in between his legs.
Hello,
Oh.
feline creature.
This male
Oh.
or female?
It's whatever gender you want it to be.
Okay. Oh, he likes you.
I'll pet it.
It is solid, but it almost feels like when your hand gets close, like vapor. It doesn't leave your hand wet, though. You know what I mean? It just has that feel.
For bonding's sake, perhaps you should learn to change the diaper yourself.
I do.
I mean, without magic.
It's so inconvenient. Why not use it if you can use it?
Somewhere Arya's agreeing with you 100%. Use what you got.
You do use it, then.
I'm still exerting my own energy.
Are you holding the baby right now?
No,
the
his baby
baby's
is Sophia. Sorry.
sleeping still, I think.
What are your plans for today then?
Just I have decided that to have more legitimacy with or behind our words, we should at least try to regain our memories. So that's what we're planning to do. Do you need help getting out of your room? Can't seem to fully open that door.
Gosh, you're just gonna keep making jabs.
It's kind of strange looking at you from like a slit through that door.
It's fine, and I'll go through the shadow realm, walk through, and then appear on the other side.
Do you have 3 inspiration cards? Because if you don't, take one.
I don't.
That is the laziest, most beautiful thing I've heard.
There, easily solved.
Well, I guess you won't have any intruders in your room.
While you're in the Shadow Realm, you do see your room fully set up, and it's like OCD clean and picked up. It's like a parallel to your room right now.
Oh, well, wonder who cleaned my room.
No, it's just the Shadowfell version of
Oh, okay. So where there's chaos, there be order.
it.
Okay, that makes sense. Also, thank you for the 80 bits. Let's see. Easily done, and I'll just like dust my hands like I did some manual labor or something.
When are you gonna organize that room?
After I speak with Ikidon to see if he wants this furniture or not.
The fire marshal will say it's a fire hazard.
I think there's enough mages in this house to worry about a little fire.
Cade walks by. I can help rotate your furniture for you, darling. And you see him flip up a card and it's a heart, and throws it to you and walks downstairs.
It just hits me in the chest and falls on the floor.
He doesn't even pay attention to that. He feels like he accomplished his goals.
A strange robot man. Do you wish accompaniment while you go regain your memories?
It couldn't hurt. I'm not sure what the ritual or the protocols are, but I guess we'll find out when we get to wherever we need to go.
Well, I'll be by your side should you need me.
Thank you, my friend. I'll pat her on the head. And then give her little horns, like a little, shake and tug.
Oh, little what?
A little shake and tug.
Oh! I heard a little shake and thug. I was like, what is that? I'll just smile at you. Alright, shall we head down for breakfast then, Tingles?
Alright.
So we head down to the dining hall?
Dining room.
Right.
Or kitchen. There's 2 tables, one in the dining room and one in the kitchen. But we'll go over to Wilby. Wilby.
Mm-hmm.
You see people moving to and from. You overhear a conversation about Zen going to get his memories with Chesia. You hear a line apparently still hasn't organized her room. But day is yours. What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna definitely change out of my Cobalt Soul uniform.
Gonna go bowler hat?
Gonna go bowler hat.
Nice. I like it.
I'm not gonna try to hide that I'm Cobalt Soul if anybody asks, but the less
You're just not
attention drawn to me,
Okay.
the better.
Alright. Where are you headed?
I gotta figure out what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Hang on, pulling up my notes. I'll go ahead and head down for now and just kind of mosey on to get breakfast first.
Alright. Rig the Brig. Where did you actually sleep last night?
Outside.
So like at one of the chairs?
Like in the courtyard or something.
Alright. You wake up outside. The day is yours. What are you doing?
Go get some breakfast.
Alright. I assume that's probably what everyone's gonna say. So we'll go to Lance St. Valerie.
Yes.
You wake up next to your future bride-to-be and your darling baby Joy. What are you doing?
I would message the queen and ask could I set up a meeting later today.
Usually how it goes, you recall that sending a message to the Bright Queen while she's in her palace is nigh impossible.
Oh yeah.
I would assume you knew that would gain mine, so you don't have to embarrass yourself like that, okay?
Oh. I mean, I guess I could walk over to the castle.
You also know with your keen mind that your bride-to-be always goes to the palace in the morning. She's in training to be a High Inquisitor.
Right. Then I guess I would get dressed and wait on her to wake up and go over.
I mean, you know she's gonna get up shortly. You go get dressed, and hear her yawn. She gets out of bed, kind of stretches. Appears that Claire does not wear pajamas anymore, but she walks by you, goes to start brushing her teeth. What are you doing today?
Plans I can't disclose.
Oh, yeah? Is it another woman? You see her brushing a little more intently.
Far from that.
Good, because I'd kill you.
Yes, I know. I'm aware.
She spits out, gives you a kiss. Well, I'm gonna head to the palace. You're on baby duty today.
I'm gonna accompany you.
All right, then Satirius is on baby duty. Let him know, will you?
Yeah, sure. I would message Sorceress. I'm gonna be gone for a couple hours or something important. Could you watch over Eora for me for a little
Sure.
bit?
I've been meaning to get to putting all the kids in line. They need to know their people and understand the way we do things. So yeah, sure.
Alright.
Plus, I'm very intrigued to get in touch with her aura to see what it can do. Your daughter's a specialist, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Any preferences on which route to take her?
In the grand scheme of things, no. Whatever she develops, she develops. You know what I mean? But the the hiding part, can you just teach her a little bit about that?
For sure. Just wake Sophitia when you get a chance and tell her to make sure to leave the child with me.
Alright, I can do that.
Alright, have you heard from Ender?
No, if I had to guess where he was at right now, he might be in Duvenkroon. If he isn't there, then something might be
Find
bad.
out what
Well,
happened with Ender and get back to me. See, these are not much questions, more of like, hey, do you know what happened, Lance? Oh, I'll find out, King. You hear him chuckle to himself.
alright, I got that. I'll handle that.
Alrighty. He's like, you hear him trying to feed, like the sounds of him trying to force his baby to eat food, and it's like not going well.
I would just close the message like, I guess I would pick up Aora and go wake up Sophitia.
And as you're walking out, Claire's like, see how easy it is? He's just like any other male. Tell him what to do, he'll listen. Cause whoopsh.
Got it.
You just gotta learn to speak his language. It's called Chesia makes the rules.
Understood.
Yeah, I somehow doubt you're gonna follow that. And you see her almost fully dressed. Alright, I'm gonna have Sophitia do my hair. Tell her I'll be there in a second. And she kind of winks at you. And I'll see you tonight.
No, actually,
Get,
about
get the
that.
fuck out of my room.
I would just leave.
Get out of my room now. But
And
yeah,
now
you
I
make your
start
way to
walking down.
Sophitia. You see her walking up, and you see her kind of getting out of bed, and she's looking down at her little child. Kind of see her smile. And you see her start dancing a little bit with flourishes, and little magical familiars in the shape of toys start dancing around her child as she's getting ready.
I would just like do that little like knock on the side of the door, just let her know I'm here.
I could smell you before you even got here.
Yeah, but it's the thought that counts.
I suppose. What can I do for you?
First, Claire says she's gonna be here in a couple minutes for you to do her hair before she leaves.
Oh, I think she's misunderstanding. Is this what sisters do?
Yeah, it's I guess you could
That was
say
not in the fine print.
human emotions don't have a fine print.
Is that why everyone snuck into me and Zen's room? I mean, Zen's room?
Yeah, it's a form of compassion.
Alright. And she kind of flourishes her rapier real quick, and it appears, and you see your outfit get a little cleaner, and it looks like it's fully ironed now.
Thanks. And the king has requested that you leave your kid with him today.
You see her smile. He's actually doing his job? And then she smirks, who would have thought? And
Uh,
she picks him up. Don't look at me that way, I'm adjusting.
Okay. I'll just look away, like waiting.
No, adjusting to her
Oh,
new
that's what
life.
she might just.
Yeah, her
Okay.
dress is part of her body, if you recall.
Then I guess I would just. After I told her that, I would go drop off Ayora to the king and
When you make your way down
say.
there, when you make your way down there, you see Lion sitting next to Zen, and they look like they're having a conversation of some sort. Chessie is now sitting next to Zen and Satirius, and she's having a conversation, but you can see her side-eyeing Satirius as he's trying to make the child eat the food, and you see kind of a smirk as she continues to listen to Lion and Zen. You see Rig with a big plate of food, Wilby with a big plate of food. Caterin, Cade, and Hyro are in the other dining table sitting together, as there wasn't enough room at that table. But it appears that there's 2 seats saved as you come in.
I guess I would place Ayora next to his kids.
You see him, he looks out of his league right now. Like these kids may run him down today.
Do you need a little bit of help before I go?
No. King, I can do this. He exhales a little too loudly. And you see Chessia kind of lean over and whisper to him, and you kind of pick up a faintness. You'll do fine. Just remember, they're not soldiers. He kind of looks at her weird. Of course not. They're baby soldiers.
Huh.
She just goes back to listening to Line and Zen. I don't know what you two are talking about, but I'm assuming it's crazy.
We're probably talking about like reorganizing her room, and I think we should put the dresser here on top of this other dressers, because so they look like one dresser instead of the dresser on top of the bed. You know, doesn't that make sense?
What part of temporary do you not understand, my friend?
Chessia
Well,
whispers over to you, Line. The word temporary.
I see. We're gonna have to expand your vocabulary a bit, Zen.
But go ahead, Lance. You were gonna say something.
Oh, I guess I would just like say my farewells for the day. I'm about to leave. Got things to do. And about the political things y'all are gonna do, please, for the love of God, don't piss anyone off.
I'm just gonna side eye Zen.
I mean, maybe you should accompany us. We need like a calming presence. My presence tend to make people a little passionate.
I'm a
As
devil,
much as
what can I say? I cause mischief wherever I go, whether I intend to or not.
Satirius kind of eating the food himself instead of giving it to the baby because they gave up. Why don't you take Chessia? She's got away with words, and he kind of looks away.
As much as I would love to.
I was talking to Zen, not you.
Oh, I wasn't talking about that. I was responding to Zen. As much as I would love to accompany you, I have a feeling I'm gonna be very busy. And You guys got this. You're definitely better with words than I am. I would probably not even be much of assistance. Just think about it before you say it, and you should be fine. I have confidence in all of you.
Thank
Chesia looks
you.
over at Line. Hey, Line, have you heard of an ambassador to a population that's not good at communication or negotiating? Because I haven't.
No, I haven't, unfortunately.
She smiles at you, Lance, and winks. I guess there's the first time for everything.
Lance, you sound like you're gonna go die or something.
I'm not planning on it, but you never know these days.
Mm,
Where are you going?
It's a big surprise I have for all of you.
Claire walks around the corner. It's another lady.
It's not. It's not that. It's anything. You can think of anything else but that. Well, not anything else, but you know what I mean.
You know she's joking, right? There's no way she's serious.
Eh,
She walks by Rig. You know, I thought you weren't smart, but I'm starting to believe you might be the smartest one here, Rig.
I might not be able to read
Oh,
books, but I can read a room.
Can you draw a map? And she goes, this
Definitely
is
not.
well, I'll see y'all when I see you. But please be careful. Watch out for them. What were they that we ran into the other day? Glitch? Yeah, right. Watch out
Gith.
for the glitch. Gith.
Gith.
Why was I
that's
think? Oh, that's a city video. Never mind. Watch out for the Gith. Please, just think about your actions. That's all I have to request.
I'll do my best.
And then I guess I would just wait at the door.
For who?
Claire.
Oh. She grabs an apple from the king's plate, kind of walks off, and you see Zen, he side-eyes you as he's watching his apple go away. She gets about halfway out the door when the apple disappears in her hand. And you see him take a bite out of it. Fine. I'll be hungry, I guess. And she goes to meet you later.
Guess we could go start walking to the.
And we're gonna give you a break then, because that's gonna be a thing, right?
Yep.
All right. That leaves the rest of you. Will be Rig, Zen in line.
hmm. Well, I guess we should start with heading to the Memory Reclamation Center or something, whatever they call it.
Ironically, you would need to go to the palace.
To the palace it is. Whenever everyone's ready, I am ready. Are we walking there?
Um,
I guess so. I think we're
yeah.
close enough.
I don't think. I guess I didn't get that thing that messaged you about.
And I guess whenever everyone's ready, whoever wants to accompany
It
us.
is. It's tricky, right?
Mhm.
You would have to keep it unsheathed. But yeah, if you unsheath it and keep it at your side, right? You could do that, Celeste.
Sorry. No, hold on. Alright, sorry about that. What was I? What was it? Oh, no. I meant the other thing with the aura. Trying to teleport with it or no?
In order to have the blade and use any of the effects, it has to be held in your hands. If you're trying to maintain a different look, I would allow you to do it the sheath, it being out of the sheath, right?
Mm,
But you'd have to keep it in your hands to use any of the features with it.
okay. But that's not what I was asking about this time.
Okay, well, I'm not sure what you're asking for then.
When we were talking about what my aura could do, the other thing.
If I take out the sword,
No,
I thought that's what we were talking about.
no, hold on. Sorry, Sun Aggro.
No, that's good. Did you beat the save for the aggro?
No.
Alright, so I got your message. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, no, I understand because that was the last thing you saw, but let me find it. If somebody else wants to talk when I find this in.
Oh, you mean your message with what you're doing with your auras?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I was trying to find it in our conversation.
Yeah, I got it. The scrying part, I mean, it's kind of like we're choosing one, right?
Okay.
So, the more you work with it, the more you might get, right?
Okay.
But like, even like with lances, it's so limiting, right? Like his can do a specific thing, but he can only take one person. So it's like the spell, but it's a little different, you know what I mean? So it just depends on which one you for sure are trying to go for. So which one are you trying to do? 1 or 2? Or 3, I guess? Oh, 1 or 2, sorry. I saw 2 twice. I was like, okay, 1, 2, 2, okay.
Well, I guess it's technically 2 things in the first one, so I guess.
Yeah. So it depends on which one you're trying to go for. I'm willing to elaborate on any of them if we dedicate a little bit of time to you exploring your aura, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of have to choose which one you're going with first, okay?
Okay. Okay. Almost in BRB.
Mm-hmm. He said he's ready to go, so if you're ready to go, you guys will make your way.
Yeah, we'll just walk right now while I think about this, and I'll DM you.
All right. Rig and Wilby, are you guys going or staying?
Going.
I don't want to be all by my lonesome, so let's go.
All right. So you guys all make it there, and I am gonna cut to Lance since Yoshi's not quite there yet. Lance, when you walk in, you meet your lady friend's teacher. As you see her come up, you see that same Inquisitor outfit that you've seen before. Claire has ones, and the one that you defeated, and Uthodurn had one, right? You see this drow. I guess her outfit's not the same, but she has silver hair like most drow. She wears a lot of leather. One thing you would notice is that she carries these chains at her side, like a whip. As Claire approaches, you see her bow. Hello, Lady Celine. Hello. I'm glad to see you have made it on time today. Is that the wonderful Lance I've been hearing so much about?
When she says that, I would just bow. Nice to meet you,
Oh,
ladies.
you're bowing to me. Did you bow to my husband before you killed him? She smirks. I'm just kidding. Well, he was my husband, but no worries.
You look like a sarcastic look on her face when she said that.
No. Very monotone looking face.
Oh.
Like most
Uh,
drow, she doesn't really carry emotion too much. Think of like how the Bright Queen, when she smiles, it's in private, right?
yeah. I guess I would say, yeah, sorry about that. It was, yeah, I wouldn't even say a misunderstanding.
Oh, from what I
We,
heard from Claire is that uh, he tried to walk away and you decided to embarrass him. You see Claire kind of looking away. Lady Celine, is there something wrong? Oh, no problem.
uh, see, I did that under the impression that he was just a Citadel member. I did not know he was a Inquisitor of the Kryn dynasty, so
He wasn't.
he wasn't.
You see her get. Technically, what we thought is that he was. But apparently, that filthy, lying piece of work, Voslin, had my husband wrapped around his finger the whole time.
Oh,
So, it's nice to meet you. I'm glad I could meet my husband's killer. Great times. Are you ready, Claire? We have much to do. And she just kind of taken aback. Are you sure you're okay, Lady Celine? I am fine. Let us go.
I would just, I would do a last bow to both of them, make my way to try to
You see Claire
find the
mouth.
car.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
It most certainly isn't. And she keeps walking.
Jesus.
Uh, one of the guards next to you. That is Lady Celine of the House of Delille. They are the masters of training our inquisitors. You handled yourself quite well.
Uh, thanks.
Last name, first name.
I just don't know if I handled myself the best I could. Seems she's a little upset, but
Yes, she's training Claire to take her place. Her house is disgraced now. By the end of the year, she will no longer be one of the 12 dens.
that's unfortunate.
It is what it is.
Well, could you point me towards the queen?
To make uh, an announcement that you are here. When you see him look over at another guard. Weapons, please.
I was just looking at like the weapons.
Hmm. We've heard rumors that you carry swords. Is it not true? And they kind of legitimately just asking, right?
I mean, from a technical standpoint, I don't carry swords, and I would just like move around and show that I literally don't carry swords on my person.
Because you literally don't have them on person, right? Go ahead and roll a persuasion with advantage. Very well. We will introduce you. And as you make your way down the long corridor, they take you to these big oak doors, dark wood grain like anything else here, right? You see those beautiful green lanterns magically keeping dim light there. You see them open the door, and that's when you remember the main hall with that beautiful crystal light in the center, symbolizing the House of Kryn. Uh, when you come in, my queen, the ambassador to the Eminence, is wishing to speak with you. She nods, and they step back. Make a perception check.
Perception 14.
All right. You don't notice anything?
I just don't know the magnitude of the perception, so I don't know if I'm gonna use any skills on it or not.
Let's see if you remember what Claire's told you about approaching the queen.
Off the top of my head,
Gotta love keen mind. I assume you just follow the exact procedure.
yeah.
Roll a performance to see if you like make it look good or it looks sloppy.
Alright, this is something I'm really bad at, but I'm gonna see what I can.
It's literally
I'll
well. I was
reroll
yeah. I was gonna say I was gonna be a low DC, but you pass.
18.
As you do, she bows and sits back down. You see Philippe stand at her side. You see a small portal appear, and you see Sophitia dressed in a robe of some sort appear at her other side. She sees you and doesn't make any facial expression.
Uh,
Well, hello. And what has your great king requested to discuss today?
I'm not here today on the behalf of the king. It's more concerning you and Claire.
Hmm. And you see her wave her hand, and you see these 10 drow guards that were hidden in the room in various places start making their way out. Each one walking by you, giving you a stiff glare. Yes, and what, might I ask, you have in store?
It's concerning our wedding at the end of the month.
It's been decided you will share the same wedding as Chesia.
See, with all due respect, I have a problem with that. And I wanted to present my own idea to get acceptance on it.
Persuasion.
Time to use some cards and boosts.
This is just to hear it. It's not to allow it. You know that, right?
This is just to hear it.
Yeah.
And I don't even have a good card for this, anyways. I can do that myself. All right, persuasion. I'll boost that
Alright.
25.
I'm taking your boost.
Okay.
Very well. Please enlighten us.
I wish to hold the wedding in the elemental plane of air.
You remember how I said that the queen is very good at holding her composure? Like, she doesn't let things get to her?
Yeah.
You see a slight eye twitch. You see Philippe kind of eyes widen and Sophitia kind of not surprised by you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The plane of air. Have you ever been there?
I've done extensive research on all of the planes.
Interesting. I guess your king should be gracious to have someone such as you. And how, might I ask, will we get there?
I have the ability to teleport people. With this, I will be utilizing my teleportation in my den of time, I suppose you could say.
Den of Time. What does that mean?
Unscribable safe haven, if you will.
You have a safe haven, and you choose to live in a house?
It has its caveats.
Conditional magic, huh?
Yes.
Hmm. Well, describe your plan.
First, if this is allowed, I would go discuss it with the, I guess you could say, local worm there. Get his approval to have a peaceful wedding
A worm?
period.
Because we have purple worms here.
It's not that type of worm, more of a more grand and ancient dragon that's basically ascended.
You see her look nervously to Philippe. You may insight her if you'd like.
Sight. Am I good at this? Alright. 17. Oh, 16.
Uh, Perhaps what the queen said about worms was a diversion to lead you off a track of what a worm is, so she thought. The second you described what she was trying to avoid, you saw a slight look of worry.
I'll keep that in mind.
Hmm. And you can communicate with these worms, you said?
Yes, I can.
Interesting. Very interesting. Hmm. Walk with me. Philippe, Sophitia, leave us. As she stands up, she hits her staff in a certain point in the throne room. And you see the symbol of the Kryn on the floor in front of you. You start seeing it sink like steps. And you see her walk forward and start heading down the stairs. You don't see Philippe and Sophitia move.
I would like follow, like surprised that there would be something like this here.
I take it by the look on your face, you're surprised.
Yeah, that's the word.
And about 30 minutes of walking later, you start to see a light at the end of the stairwell. You know how long I've ruled for?
I think they said centuries, right?
Sort of. I've been reborn time and time again, and chosen to lead time and time again. You notice the floor starting to be more black and glass-like.
This is like the glass I saw in my
Mhm.
dream. Mm,
As you walk in, you see all these obsidian statues of people, almost like captured in time. Uh, it's hard to tell, but you assume it's Drow, right?
yeah.
Because elves and Drow look so similar, right?
Yep.
The original three dens. And
Mm.
as you look at this giant, safe-like place, right? Just an open area, you see multiple different people. And she gets to the end and takes a knee in front of a king holding out his hand, shielding a woman that's in his arms.
I guess I would take a knee to it as well.
My father and mother. And she points to the woman, Roshana Kryn. Leon Kryn. What do you see when you see this room?
People that have been, I guess you could say, victimized by a worm.
See her kind of look down at her mom. People that dug too deep, destroyed too much, disturbed too many. You see a skull of a crystallized Tarask on the ceiling.
Oh,
Now I ask you, how safe is your plan?
uh, I, as much as I would want to say 100% safety, nothing's guaranteed in life.
You see her walking over, and you see a little, on one of the walls, you see these banners of former dens. You see this den?
Yes.
They killed my children. You see this den?
Yes, I do.
And this den, and this den, and this den, and she keeps pointing. All these dens got greedy. All these dens serve demons. But one. And you see that her symbol is different than her father's and mother's. But you can start to see where her symbol came from. My mother saw the darkness and chose the light. And you see a statue of Selene. Or not Selene, it's not Selene, it's fucking, I can't pronounce her name. She's basically the moon goddess of the Drow.
Is that her name?
Yeah. I have it somewhere. I think it's under Aldrin's. Yeah, here it is. No, this one. Illustrate. She showed my family the first Luxon, the path to freedom. Why are you and your king here?
She referring to right like in this area or like overall?
Overall,
Uh, find a safe haven so they aren't hunted anymore.
there will always be the hunted. Now you ask me to take the last line of Avon, last line of the Kryn, to a realm with a worm in it. I must attest that I am not comfortable with the idea of this. But should you prove it safe and gain permission from said worm, I will allow it under one condition.
Name your condition.
Stand by Claire and assume the role Philippe does.
What does she mean by that? Like, the role that Philippe does.
Philippe is technically king, but he's never addressed as that.
Uh-huh.
He's addressed as Philippe. He has no royal say or anything. He's basically a baby maker
Hate
and
to
a
see.
loved one, right? He is
Uh-huh.
my protector and my strength. Being queen requires that.
Well, out of game, since I know we ain't gonna be here too long, I'm gonna agree to this. I'll agree to this wholeheartedly.
I'm not gonna have you roll anything because there's no way she would have any inkling about that thought, right? Very well. Prove it's safe. Prove your worth. You have until a week before the wedding to prove it.
Oh,
Should you mention anyone about this room, to anyone about this room, I will have you hung by your entrails.
I'll
Not a
be.
single king in this realm will stop me. And you see like no doubt in her mind, right?
Yeah. I'll be as silent as the night.
Very well. She leads you back up. Is it interesting the way the fates work? I would have thought the daughter of the woman who killed my children would be my daughter now. Who would have thought Sophitia would choose the path of becoming a daughter as well? But she smirks, and who would have thought someone like you would have swooped my daughter off her feet?
Fate has a funny way of working.
Or you're more clever than anyone gives you credit for.
I'm flattered. And
Don't
all.
be. If you have a choice being smart and clever, be smart. Clever people get caught. And as you make your way up, you see her go over to where her staff is and pull it out of the ground, and you start hearing the rumbling of stone as the floor seals.
Uh, I would bow and say thank you for your time today. If I'm gone for an extended period of time, please tell Claire that I'll be back before the wedding.
I will do so. In private, where this conversation should have taken place. And she winks at you.
I would start walking away and I would send a message to the king. Uh, might be gone for a while, but please watch over everyone.
And you're in the palace still.
Oh, I would like walk to like the outside
You could
gate.
go to where, like, you could go there, yeah. You send the message. What's that? Oh, sure.
Then I would like guess go somewhere so like they can't see me and just start teleporting.
Make a perception check as you come outside.
Perception 20.
Alright. So the steps leading down, you're walking your way to find somewhere more appropriate, right? You happen to see, as you're walking down, on the bottom stair, a single large black feather.
I would pick it up.
It's beautiful, unlike any bird's feather you've ever seen, except for you have seen this feather before.
Zender's feather.
It is.
Does it look damaged at all?
Nope.
Does
You look a
it
little bit further and you see another feather a few feet away.
look... I guess I would slowly like follow this path of feathers.
Get a little bit further around the corner and you see a package wrapped in feathers.
Does it have any name on it or any message?
It says to Lance.
I guess I would like carefully open it just in case it's a trap.
It opens pretty easily, and you see a scroll inside of this package. You open up the scroll, I assume.
Hmm.
If you utter a single word to anyone, he'll be dead before this message is read. You took something from me. Go to the plane of shadows. Come to this exact spot, and I will be waiting for you. The Shadowfell is interesting. I'll know if you bring anyone. I'll know if you told anyone. I am very inquisitive.
I would say, was it a voice message?
Nope, just a letter.
He can't. This person can't be talking about. I personally took something from. I don't take anything from anyone. Unless he talks about the obelisk, but that's another thing. I guess I gotta do this because I'm kind of obligated to. First stop the plane of shadows.
As you open up
uh,
the gate, we arrive at Lance, or at Zen, Line, Rig, and Wilby. You see this beautiful palace ahead of you.
Quite daunting. Whose house is this again? Out of game.
The palace, it's where the Bright
Oh, the
Queen.
palace. Right, right.
Yeah.
I guess I approach the gates or the front door.
As you do, everyone recognizes you now. You see Chessia adorned in line.
Hmm?
They just open the door for you guys. There will be. I don't know if you've been in the Palace of the Bright Queen, but like most things in a dark, drow-like place, it's elven, similar in elven make. They use a lot of dark wood green, and there's a lot of green lanterns in the place of fire or any other bright lights that create dim light down the hallways. For people without dark vision, it's rather dark. For people that visit the Shadowfell, feels kind of homey.
Quite nice. How big is Umbra, by the way?
Uh,
Too big to carry?
Too big to carry.
Okay. Never mind then.
It's like a medium-sized dog size.
Okay.
But with all those shadows, you see it kind of just bleeding into each shadow and appearing somewhere else. Enjoying itself. You guys make your way to the Bright Queen's chambers, I assume? Or the main throne area?
Probably, yeah.
The doors, as you walk up, you see guards open the doors. Oh, second visitor. Hello, hello, hello. And then they stop at Uline for a moment. Hello.
I'll just smile. I'm not wearing my Cerberus assembly outfit, by the way.
You're already well known here.
Yeah, I know. I just figured it'd be.
So, yeah, it's fine. But as you walk in, you see the Bright Queen, and on her right, you see Philippe sitting in a very unflattering chair. It's not designed to outshine hers at all, right? And to the left, you see a little bit nicer of a chair, and you see Sophitia sitting there. Kind of sees Line and Chessia, and you kind of see her fingers wave a little bit.
I smile.
He'll wave obnoxiously.
You see your mother's sigh.
I'll do a finger waggle.
Well, hello, my children. Emissary to the Assembly, an emissary of, Cobalt Soul?
I don't come on behalf of the assembly.
Regardless of what you come on behalf of, you are who you are you not?
In this situation, I am Zen's friend first.
In no situation are you Zen's friend first. When you're here, you represent your people, regardless if you want to say so or not.
Hmm.
So, when I hear about, she looks to Zen, interesting moments around town, my son?
Um, I assume it was very interesting for her.
You see Philippe's fighting a smirk. You see a scowl on Sophitia.
It was an
I
olive
need
branch.
I need to know in your own words, Zen, what happened.
Well, we were talking about my many gifts, and I thought I could show her some of them, and you know, apparently she didn't take it quite well. I did have her permission though.
And what gifts do you have?
I mean, it might be a little awkward, but I could probably demonstrate.
Very well. You may do so. Well, hopefully one of your allies volunteer, because everyone else here is family.
In private, perhaps?
This is the second time I've done this today. You see her wave her finger, and you see these 10 drow appear from the shadows and walk out. Very well. Please. You see Chessie. It's really inappropriate. What is?
It's not too bad.
She's like looking at you. Are you sure you want to go down this path, brother? I'll stand by your side, but I'm just asking.
Oh, why don't you just tell her? He has the
Eh.
power to zap
And she raises her hand. Again, you may come as his friend, but do not forget who you are. As you were then.
Okay, since Lion is here on behalf as of being my friend,
I just look at him with a "Don't you dare!"
just bear with me. I put my hand on her shoulder and I'll cast sensation.
Damn it!
Con save.
Don't you dare! Sorry, but no, 25.
Oh,
Very
she
well.
actually
I think she beat your DC.
yeah.
Lion, you feel it? But he is not besting you today, darling.
Well, that's how strange. It usually works.
It's happened to me before. I can fight it.
You see her kind of quiver in her lip when she says that.
Get out.
Well, I guess I should just explain with words.
You see your mask come off your face and start walking around. Well, actually, if I can make a point here. And you see the mask come back, and you see Nox standing there. Point effect. He is a representative of the deity Eros, primordial god of love. Anything that we do is love, emotion, sensual. And he winks at her. You see Philippe grab his sword and hold it. Basically, he made her have an orgasm. You see the queen's face
Ta-da!
frown. Sophitia, deal with him. You see Sophitia stand up and a blade appear in her hand, and she moves quickly. And you see Noct kind of look, okay, not my time. Toodles, be seeing you later. And the mask just falls and hits the ground.
Yeah, pick it up. He's mostly harmless.
Philippe, what was his name, Zen?
Not?
Very well. Put knocked on the list. If we find him, I want him questioned.
And that might be rather difficult. He's always with me, though.
For the first time, she kind of picks up what's going on, right? Is that a vestige of a god?
I guess you could say that.
So your powers are attained from this Eros,
Some of it, yes.
and we've never heard of him. How do you know he's not a devil or a
Mm,
demon?
Seems like I've talked to the guy briefly
Let me see,
when
Sophie. If I may,
she
he
knows.
he's definitely real, my lady. He is from a realm called the Crossroads. She looks to you, Zen, for confirmation.
I'll nod my head.
Foreign deities. I thought that was the Assembly's job to deal with.
Mm. Uh, I'm
Very well.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut and look to the side like, oh, I'm not supposed to be talking, right?
She notices.
But yes, I did um, demonstrate some of these gifts, and I'm, I guess it wasn't received as well as I thought it was.
See anger on her face. Before she speaks, a message enters your mind. I'm always being watched, my darling. That sounds pretty hilarious. What comes next will not be pleasant, and I do apologize. It's Layla's voice.
I'm gonna message like, you're not gonna send me to jail, are you? I don't thrive well in jail. I've done it before.
And for the crime of... I don't even know what to call it, Zen. I sentence you to a day in jail.
No.
Is there any way we can, maybe talk this out?
I'm not sure why voices are being heard right now.
Oh, because, I produce sound.
It is what it is. I made a den person go to jail for a similar time frame for being disrespectful. I must do the same.
I'll look at line. Do you understand what he's saying?
Is it just us in the room right now, or are the guards all gone?
Yep.
If I may, speak, Your Majesty.
Please, but you will not deter me from my course of soap. I almost said soap. God damn it. Course of action.
Why course of soap?
Because Merc wrote don't drop the soap.
Oh, okay. And I'll use my smoke to make an exact duplicate of Zen. What if this takes his place?
I am a queen because I rule justly. I do not play games. I do not kid around. When I say something, it happens, regardless if it's someone I dearly want to spend time with. An example must be made.
Well, perhaps you should also deal with that woman who.
And again, I have said what is going to happen. I will hear from Zen personally about what happened. But one more outburst and you all join him.
Considering I asked for permission to talk, I'm thinking to myself. Or no, I messaged at this.
You asked permission to talk, not question her rule.
Still talking though.
Well, it's only really a day in jail. It's not like it's a month or anything.
Well, I always sentence her for a day, so if they think they're going to get more than a day out of me, perhaps she should stay in jail. Chesia, he is... If you will send him, I will go with him.
You probably shouldn't go. I don't think Satirius will be happy about that.
And you see Chessie wink at you. Dodge, you cannot
Right.
play games with me. I am not. But he was acting in accordance with our group. So therefore, if you punish him, you must punish us all, is what you said.
Let's relax here, alright? Aren't you like with somebody, you have a family to take care of? I think jail's perhaps not the best
I'll go.
action.
I'll go
Who
with
would
him.
feed my child, when I'm not there?
I'll go with him.
Sophia Tia raises her hand.
No, you got royal duties now.
I'll go with him. I was there when it
Uh,
happened.
Very well. Although assembly members do not do well in our jails.
Hmm.
I'm gonna look at Sophie just like, ooh, Lion and I alone together.
You jabbing at her. Well,
You don't say that though, you just look, right?
Yeah.
Because
are,
there is a composure that's trying to be maintained, right?
are you saying you mistreat assembly members in your jail?
Can't really mistreat a dog that's rabid.
Oh.
I start choking on my spit.
Not referring to you. You're not here as an assembly worker, remember?
Hmm. Regardless, I was by my friend's side when the incident happened. I will stand by his side through the punishment.
Very well. I will have a cell readied for you and one for him.
Mother, may I have one request before I get locked away forever?
You're making it really hard for her. Zen. Very well. Your last request.
I request that I have my memories be restored before I go into, the dungeons.
Make an insight real quick.
Insight.
Anyone can. Line. You... I feel like the line that needs to be said at one point is, "You are like the world's worst detective I've ever heard of," and then you have to respond, "But you have heard of me." No, it's a funny line. It's hard to not notice Zen her fighting back her sheer joy. But you also get that she's doing something she doesn't want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very well. So be it. And then allow me a few hours to get her ready. I will have her do the ceremony of the Luxon. Shortly after, I will escort you personally down to your cell. Line, you will be escorted by Sophitia.
As you wish.
Is there anyone else that would care to join them?
No,
seems-
I'm pretty cool with that.
I believe I'll be taking my leave with Rig here.
I have questions for you, Wilby and Rig.
I'd be happy to answer.
Wilby, I have been informed that we'll have this discussion once a few people are in jail.
Very well. Just
And
gonna look
Rig,
kind of confused.
I've received words from Sunbreaker Olaman. Very well on your victory the other day.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
I will look forward to watching you fight him.
Oh, he's in town?
He will be soon. I believe the end of the month.
Oh, that's a long ways away. That's like, yeah, it's too many days to count, really.
Very well. As you were. And if you could remind Lance that I desperately need him to get back to me. I she wouldn't say desperately. I need his word as soon as possible. Very well. You are dismissed, Chesia and Zen, if you would follow me.
See you tomorrow. I'll kick that door open and leave.
In the line, you see Sophitia coming with shackles.
It is what it is, and I hold my wrists up.
I won't put it on too tight.
You look lovely, by the way.
Yes, but when I put them on Zen, they will be extremely tight. I saw his eye wiggle.
I wouldn't have seen it
No.
because I wasn't looking at him.
Alright. Then she laid you down.
Are you happy here?
It has its pluses. The Bright Queen is quite intimidating. She considers that a plus.
What a weirdo. Oh, I am glad you have found happiness.
Question is, will you?
What do you mean?
Well, I am no foreign person. Well, no foreign. I can't think of the words.
Stranger?
I am accustomed to the feeling of being different.
Ah, my kind isn't well liked anywhere, really.
Well, that's because you're a devil spawn.
Mm-hmm.
And she says so nonchalantly, like casual conversation.
Line would be like, yeah, I mean, I am.
A little bit of angel in you, though, huh?
Yeah.
And she smells you. Yep, definitely a little bit of angel.
Ah, yes, that was a recent discovery.
It is what it is.
I am,
Can't change who we are, is what Layla said.
I am who I am.
You sound just like Layla's. Anyways, well, Essek will be taking over for you. And you see a man stand up. Oh, goody.
A pleasure.
Not by the end of the evening.
Oh, I'm sure.
Now let's see if we can find out what's hiding in your head.
I'm sure there's not much worse that could be done to me that hasn't been already.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Oh, sure
Thank you, Sophitia. Assembly, you must be proud. Quite a prestigious school.
I am who I am. It is what it is.
You aren't one of those followers of the Luxon, are you?
Most certainly not.
Very good. Have any idea on how the workings of Dunamancy work?
What is Dunamancy?
The magic of possibilities in time.
A few things here and there that I've read.
Well, let's see what you've read. Have a seat.
I sit down and cross my legs.
So, I'm not gonna lie to you as he shuts the gate. You're an assembly worker in the Kryn dynasty, and I need to make sure you're not here on any, what's the word? Espionage, assassinations, and, words and stuff like that. So, if you resist, it'll be painful. If you don't, then we'll get through this rather quickly.
Let's just be about it, shall we?
Very well. I'm going to use some magic to enter your mind. You may attempt to stop it. I will just keep casting it until you fail.
Okay.
If you've beat it too many times in one day, then I will bring you a nice dinner and we'll start tomorrow because I'll be impressed. But we will keep going until I get to the bottom of this.
Oh my god. Okay.
Trust me. It is an interesting place you're in, but compared to what you were put through to become what you are, let's not judge so harshly. Shall we begin?
Whatever you must do.
And he casts a spell. The spell enters your mind. You have a choice to pass or let it happen.
Isn't that the same thing?
Succeed the save or let it happen.
Hold on, let me see what this is first. Reflex, reaction roll. Temporal shunt.
Yeah, I mean that's a simple counter spell at level at level 5.
Sorry, habits.
Very well. Well, you can do this all day. If you have nothing to hide, it shouldn't be a problem. So far, not looking so good. And he attempts again.
And I would choose to fight it.
All right, make a wisdom save. All right, you fail.
What?
Do you wish to reroll? It's Essek.
Huh?
Essek. He is a prodigy of the Kryn.
Oh. Wait, aren't all Kryn part of the, Oh my god, the Citadel of the Nine? Or no, that's...
No, just
No.
Volslands.
Okay.
Remember, there was an offshoot.
Yeah.
They're basically interrogating you to make sure you're not here for illicit purposes.
Hmm.
And there's no way they would know that there's stuff like that, right? And nor would they care.
Okay.
So it's, I mean, it's gonna be a day of this.
Oh. Reroll. Which
All
I'll
right,
probably
go
fail.
ahead.
Yep, I knew it was gonna fail.
All right. He does succeed in entering your mind.
Probably like a loony bin in there still.
It's awfully dark in here.
Child of the Shadow fell.
Uh, and he's gonna start combing through your memories.
Be careful where you tread.
I'm very gifted.
Mm.
But we'll come back line. And Celeste, I'll personally tell you what he finds out, okay?
Okay, well, so I'll see whatever he digs up then?
Yeah, but it's going to be the DM. Okay?
Yeah.
Give you some privacy. Alright. And I have to make a roll for certain things that Mordecai has in place. So it may not be so good for him.
That's why I'm like, it's your funeral, so I was like, be careful what you find, because I figured Mordecai would have something in there.
It'll be interesting. Rig and Wilby, they show you to a waiting area as they're waiting to have a conversation. Well, not so much you, Rig. You can choose to stay or go back.
I mean, she wanted to talk to me, right? So I guess I'll like hang out.
Yep. All right. Chesia and Zen. I guess me and you, Yoshi. She leads you to an area. Well, I guess she'd take you to the same place that Lance went. So you would see her put her staff in the ground and some stairwell appear. Coming out, sinking into the ground. Honey, keep an eye. Sophitia, as she comes rounding the corner. Are you sure we're gonna do that? Never mind, my lady. Sophitia, put a barrier up, please. You see Sophitia start dancing. Thank you, darling. Right this way, you two. And as they're leading you down, she starts leading you down. You guys, about 15 minutes on your way down, she turns and gives you both a big hug. Are you okay, Zen? Did she hurt you? And she's like inspecting you.
Who hurt me?
That vile, vile woman.
Oh, no, I'm practically indestructible.
She kisses you on the forehead. I have to get something. Will you join me?
By all means.
And as she leads you down, you see that same obsidian room with people encased in obsidian, like think Pompeii, right? And she goes to a chest at the end of the corridor. She opens it up and she pulls out a very old Luxon. These two are your grandparents.
Wait, the
Leon?
Luxon?
No,
Or the...
the statues next to it. I
Oh,
apologize. This is Leon and Roshana Kryn. My parents.
Are they within the Luxon or walking around somewhere?
They died before the Luxon.
That's unfortunate.
Well, they led for quite some time, so I imagine they're happy wherever they're at. Or not, because of Loth. Loth wouldn't return my parents when I begged. And someone brought me a Luxon and showed me a new path.
You say someone. Do you recall who that person may be?
I had a look to him.
Mm-hmm.
Elegant. His accent was similar to Zemnian, but different. Had a smoking problem.
Smoking. Was his name Malik?
And I'm not sure. I've never seen him again.
You probably will see him soon, or within a reasonable span of time from now.
He's the one that introduced us to the Luxon. Inside of here
Interesting.
is our memories. My memories. Your memories. Volslin's memories. Philippe's, Claire's. And the king's.
The kings. Which king?
You call him just the king, correct? Or Vincentius Satirius?
Oh yeah, I just call him Satirius. I don't call him king. That's awkward.
It is normal for nobility to refer to themselves by their title, Zen. And you see Layla's looking at you. It is okay. This is 8 years of your memories.
Do we just touch it, or
No, there's a ritual. No, one of the den leaders that handles it will do the ritual. I believe you've heard of her? Sky Sybil?
I think we made the acquaintance the first time we came here.
She's older than I am.
Oh, I mean, I don't want to presume how old you are, but does that mean ancient?
I was here when the Julius Dominion existed. I was here before Dwindle's family were here. I was here before the Savalier would. So sad. And I was here before Arcadia fell. She points to all the obsidian.
Would I be able to make the connection?
Lance has informed me that he is seeking a worm's approval for something grand. So I showed him what worms do.
Something grand. What is he planning?
That is for me, a mother to know. Thank you.
Come on, just tell me.
Nope.
You're locking me away. You might never see me again.
If you're gonna try to guilt trip a queen, darling, have a little more gall in your reserve. I
Fine.
literally just sent you to prison. What makes you think I am not going to honor his wishes?
I'm very good at keeping secrets, by the way.
Just not controlling your emotions.
You know, the body does what it wants to do.
You remind me of Oslin.
D-
The good parts. He was
Parts.
extremely passionate.
He was. Seemed deranged when he spoke to me last.
That is what the followers of Loth are. This is why my people needed a new life, and this is why I allowed the king to marry Chessia. I understand what it's like to look for a new life. But to be fair, Mother, you didn't let me very well. Anyways, this is your family, your history. I know it's not much, but perhaps you'll remember me holding you when you were a baby, brushing your hair. Anything but just what you have to see now. Now come along before people start to question where I'm at.
Mm,
Then will
I,
you carry this Luxon for me?
sure. I'll hold it
I
and
mean,
I'll
it's not.
poke at it. Anything
If you hold it long enough, you're gonna get a free D20 to use whenever you for the rest of the day. I think it's like one use of luck.
like if I tap on it and put my ear next to it, do I hear anything?
You do sense emotion through Eros.
Of countless lives inside or memories, I guess.
Yep, a lot of happiness, sadness, feeling of regret, unfinished business. It kind of comes in waves, right? But you do notice your old conscience, and it's very at peace.
Um, I guess I'll follow her while
Almost
I'm
like
holding this
it's
thing.
almost like it's too young to really have an outstanding range of emotions, right? You make your way up, and you see Philippe smile as you come up holding the Luxon.
They're
Very well.
smiling.
You might remember what I told you when you were 5.
I'm assuming this is from the past life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah, I told you I'd beat your ass if your sister got hurt. Oh, I guess I ruined the surprise. He kind of chuckles. And for a moment, the 4 of you kind of hurtle together, and Laylis kind of pulls you all into a big hug. Reunited at last. Somewhere you see Philippe's hands out stretching, and as he grabs Sophitia and pulls her in. One new one as well. She kind of looks down, feeling like it's not her moment, right? Very well. She'll be here in an hour.
Oh, I mean, that's plenty of time because, like,
Do
you
you wish to go to
know,
prison now?
no, I mean, I would much rather go to prison with my memories. So, maybe I can sift through it, maybe find something,
Very well.
something
Sophitia kind of grabs your hand. I'll watch over you.
in prison,
Yeah?
like in the cell.
No. I didn't get sentenced to prison. You did. I've been good. Which
I
is
mean,
ironic.
th- it's just a day. I'm sure you could find something to do. I'll be fine.
A day with Essek. No, I think I'll stay.
What's wrong with us? Like, I've never met him, but I don't think he'll do anything to me. I'm kind of a prince.
No, we'll see. If not, then I wasted my day. If so, maybe I'll get to have fun.
Oh, okay.
But we're going to take a moment and go back over to Lance.
What you
Mm-mm.
need?
You made it to the Shadowfell, man. As you come around the corner in the Shadowfell, and you see the High Inquisitor from earlier standing there.
That's like I suspected. Okay.
Follow me.
I guess I will follow her.
You know, I had hopes to save my husband, to deter him from the path that he was on. But there are 3 people I hold most responsible. One is Volslin above all others. 2 is you. And 3, the shame. As you come into this room, you see Ender bound. Him. It's an interesting reality to live in when everything is taken from you. Wouldn't you agree? You see her walk up to Ender and shape change into an elf you've seen before. Awfully peculiar. The Eminem's claims to be so great, but can't even see through a shapeshifter. Isn't that right, Ender? And she kind of raises his head up. He looks fully exhausted and in pain. But what to do? Have a seat.
I would sit down.
May I have your arms, please?
My arms.
Oh, yes, I can't have you do any funny business. I'm an inquisitor. You seem powerful.
Maybe you're overestimating me.
Maybe I am. Your arms.
Okay. I would give her my arms.
As she places the shackles on your arms, you feel all your magic leave you. How long will they notice? I suppose it'd be really hard to notice someone that just said they were going to be gone for a few months. I guess I have a month to have fun. But can you survive? I tell you what, I'll make you a deal right now. Kill Ender, and I'll let you go. Or stay with him and suffer as he will. Choice is yours.
Out of game. I could just kill him, let her let me go, and just replay time. uh, I gotta try something.
Do you know what was taken from me with your little escapade? A future. A family. My livelihood. I get to train your wonderful wife to take my place. Does that seem fair? I've already lost so much. Yet here I am, cast out like I'm a part of the House of Ben. And when I bring Volslin's head to the Queen, all will be forgiven.
In all my time, I've learned a couple things. No matter if you think life is fair or not, if you want to stop everything from going on, time's gonna keep going with or without you. You can
Huh?
do what you want. Just know he's not coming back. You could see my torture as reparation for what happened, but at the time of what I did,
Torture? I don't want to torture you. Physically, that is. I would like to know what's going on in your mind, though. Apparently, you're quite gifted. Or else, why would that false king choose you?
well,
I'm going to enter your mind now, and we can spend the next month doing this all day, every day.
well, I was about to say I'm ready to kill him.
Very well. Stand up.
Just swear on the river Styx that you will let me go.
I spent quite a time with Ender. I understand that there's this deity Styx that doesn't take too kindly to Oathbreakers. I take it you've heard of her as well.
What can I say? I like reading.
Well, I'm ashamed to say I had no plan to let you go, nor release you from those shackles. I will have my revenge.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Chief suppressed
Anti-magic shackles.
is an aura really magic?
For the sake of the thing, I said they were, because I prefer them to be used out of combat. Uh, the whole purpose was not for them to be broken.
So it is magic.
Yeah, it's basically your essence. Magical essence from you. It's just your components are coming from you. Does that make sense? You're creating magic with your own essence.
Can anti-magic suppress primordial magic?
That is a good question.
I mean, I guess I would try at least, because I don't know if primordial magic would be
You see
stop
Ender raise
something
his
so
head.
trivial.
No. I'm sorry you're in this, Lance. But please don't.
Why?
Yeah, tell him. We can't choose our fates. I knew who she was the whole time. I'm Eminence, for God's sake. I, however, did not know that you would be involved. Let me hunt him. You start seeing her get a little frustrated. This is what I do. Let me get his your revenge. You can have my life. But if it'll make you happy, I will take his life. But Lance did nothing wrong. She looks at you, There's so many questions I have for him. Celine, you're named after someone very elegant. She looks back. Oh, more of that. You know, I literally wanted to vomit every time you compared me to a lichen god. Can't be true. Yes. Recall what the eminence are, right, Mark?
Hmm.
You don't think he's watching us? Who? You're only alive right now because I do not want you dead. What does that even mean? Ask Lance, he knows. He could probably feel that gaze from here.
Always watching.
If he makes a move, I'll kill you both. Let me hunt him. Let us hunt him. Lance and I can do this. But it can only be us two. I'm not going to have him roll a persuasion, Rick. I'd like you to do it.
So is he trying to convince her for us to hunt Rosalind?
Mm-hmm.
I guess what he says, I just look at him like, are you serious right now? I could,
You can insight him if you'd like.
yeah, because I could try to get us out of it. Insight 16.
Why would Ender waste his time? Why would he go out of his way for any of this?
I don't know at all, but
Hmm.
this is one of those faith moments I gotta learn about.
Ender's been going to the same place whenever he's allowed to leave. Always the same place.
I understand. And for this reason only, I'm not gonna reverse time. So I will roll that persuasion. I don't even think I can't even boost it if I'm like stuck like this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get a card ready. It's not gonna help until I do it. So 24.
How can you be sure? You're not as strong as you think you are. You're not him. And if I wanted the king to kill him, I would merely suggest it to the Bright Queen. Or you, Lance. I could have approached it an entirely different way to get the king to do it. How can you guarantee that you can succeed? She looks to you, Lance.
She's asking about the two of us, right?
Yep.
It seems we have one thing that a lot of people are lacking in this room.
What's
That's
that?
trust.
Trust.
Trust can go a long way. If you don't trust,
If,
you can't get to the max potential of what you can do together.
and if we fail, we both die, and you win. What's that saying? Swear on the river Styx? I agree to let you go. Under the terms that you will kill Voslin or die trying. I expect this to not take a month, and I expect you two to do it alone. Should you succeed, I believe you'll fulfill your oath, and I will make one of my own right now that if you succeed, I will surrender myself to you. Face whatever punishment you seem fit.
This is fun. Because I kind of know of a way where I can bend what I'm about to say.
There will be no bending. Ender's not going to do that. You can do it.
But you see, there's two versions of the River Styx. The Nine Hells one, and then, of course, the one that Ender refers to. The Nine Hells one, I don't get punished if I break this. The Crossroads one, I would obviously die.
Well, Ender's going to die regardless because he's not doing that, right?
Yeah, of
All
course.
right. You could do that. I'll allow that.
You're really gonna take up my month, huh?
Sorry. But I found purpose. As you did. As the king did. Don't make me vomit, Ender. Did you really think anything would ever happen? I do. I just know the darkness better than you. When you're scared, through the eminence, all things are possible.
Alright,
Told
Ender.
you.
I'll trust you. But if I can't make my plans in time, I will be very disappointed.
He's kind of like in a catch-22 on that, right? He doesn't want you to, you know what I mean? But he needs you.
I'm not known to betray my allies in their times of need, and I won't now.
Very well. Ender, you said you could make her appear? I did. Then do so. I would look away then. And you see him start to glow white. And this black necrotic liquid just forms around. And you see a silhouette of a woman form in the liquid. As it starts to harden, it shatters. You see a winged woman wearing armor, carrying a nasty looking spear mark. And oh, make your oaths, I hold them bound. Forever the oath keeper, never the oath breaker.
I make an oath to agree to the terms she has stated.
You must state it yourself.
I agree.
You want Ender to go first?
Nah, I agree to go with Ender to kill Volslin or die trying with only us two before a month has passed.
dangerous vow you just made there. I sense the king on you. Pity. And what have you, Ender? I swear an oath. And before the month's end, basically following you, right? To kill Voslin. Or die trying. And to win her heart. And you see the look on her face, right? And she's been informed what that means, right?
Mhm.
What are you doing? I don't love you. I believe you do. But that oath will kill you. Then so be it. You're a fool. I make an oath that if they succeed, I will turn myself in and face whatever repercussions that they have for me. Regardless if he dies or not. And you see these, the liquid form again and surround all three of your arms, making a triangle. Then bound you are. You are the oath keeper, all three of you. If you fail, you will be the oath breakers, and I take those who break oaths. Not even your king will save you. Not even your queen will spare you. I am the first and last thing you will ever see. And she shatters, and the liquid hits the ground. And as it shatters, kind of a bright, radiant light comes through the Shadowfell. And when it ends, you guys are unbound, and the Inquisitor is gone.
Really?
What would you have done if it was Claire?
Don't
If it
even
helps,
answer that
if it
question.
helps, I am sorry. I did not know you would be involved.
That's how life works. You don't know what happens until it happens.
Don't you work with time? Can't he give you a heads up?
Doesn't interfere.
So we gotta stay here for a day?
Yep.
And this is Lion's Playground. It's fucking terrifying.
Let's try to end this quickly. I have plans I need to get in order.
And that's why I chose you. You probably know where he's at, right?
He was last seen in Roshana, but I don't know where he's at now. Of
Love
course,
that.
I could try to detect him.
We have 3 weeks to find him.
Oh god. Finishing 3 enchantments, setting up a worm, and fucking getting a wedding and ready in a week. Tall task.
So at that moment, the ground shakes. In the Shadowfell, you see all the creatures run. As a very familiar aura technique appears, as a gate appears. And you see Satirius walk in. You two are fucking idiots. An
Uh,
oath? Really? You knew better, Ender. Sorry, brother. Your sister just got better. Well, is on her pathway to better. Now you're gonna fucking crush her again. And you, I gotta listen to Claire. What am I supposed to tell her where you're at for the next month?
That's what family does, right? Helps each other.
Yeah, a lot easier when, oh, let's check with the king before we do something stupid.
You're right.
What? He is not in Roshana. My aura will tell me if he's there. That's all I can say. Think hard, Lance. Ender. If you die, you know who's gonna get blamed. And I will haunt you wherever you are at if I get blamed. Ender. Really? You could have just said you loved her, and we would have understood from the start. I hope you find peace, brother. And I hope whatever you're doing is worth it. If you die, would you like me to kill her? No, brother. I'd like you to offer eminence regardless if I succeed. You want me to offer her eminence if you die. Because if you die, there's a high chance he dies. Not necessarily. Even if she rejects me, save her. Fools, both of you. Alright, Lance. Where do you want to go?
Do I remember where they said Rosen's usually based at?
I think he was Shady Creek Run, right? Near the Savalierwood?
Yeah, they did say that. Shady Creek Run, it seems.
And you see a little bit of your aura recharge because you're within how many feet of the king?
I don't know, like 10 feet.
Yeah. Make do. He leaves.
Well, lover boy, it's time to go.
I'd prefer if we never tell anyone of this.
Yeah. Love will make you do crazy things. Good thing I don't work with.
Yeah, you really gonna finish that statement? How many times has Claire hit you? Trying to make it lighter. I realize there's a stress level over there.
Nothing we can do about it now. We already made our oath. All we can do now is try to do this as fast as we can without dying.
Very well. You guys appear in Shady Creek Run. Chesia and Zen. Uh, Laylis says you can go get Rig and Wilby from the waiting area.
Oh, okay.
That's where we're about to start.
So I go ahead and fetch the others, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can just grab them if you want them to go.
Hey, can you guys come down here? I'll send a message.
I'm supposed to talk to the big lady, but I don't know. Still kind of waiting on that. But yeah, I'll make my way.
Started interrogating. I'm supposed to be with him for that.
I better go with him just in case.
I am aware of what you wanted to do. It just didn't work out that way.
Man, fuck this kingdom. They can all die.
Damn.
Eesh.
But as you make your way in,
I'll just yell out, Queen, I gotta go. Appointment. See ya. Now I'll make my way to wherever Zen's at.
And when you make your way there, you see the queen waiting for you.
Oh, what's up? Glad you're here. Kind of convenient.
Very well. Will be. I have received word that perhaps the Cobalt Soul is interested in making their way to Roshana.
Out of game, would I have known that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. We would like to establish a, I don't want to say outpost. Outpost's the wrong word. Establish a building here.
Presence.
Presence here. Thank you.
I will not grant you any building or anything like that, but you may work with Essek and have a direct line with him as long as the Cobalt Soul does not interfere.
We will not interfere in any business that
I believe we all have a similar future ahead of one another.
I ain't
I
going to
believe.
jail.
Well, in agreement with Rig, we're not going to jail. At least I hope we're not. But yes,
No.
I
You
agree.
will be heading down to have your mind probed to make sure that you are not here for any other illicit reasons.
There wouldn't be any need for probing. I have nothing to hide,
I don't think she's asking.
and I'm not refusing.
Very well. If you
Oh,
could
just
follow
over here.
Sophitia down, Essek should be done with the first. You might be here for a little bit longer, Wilby.
Yes, I'm aware. My mind is a jumbled mess of a lot of information.
Hopefully we can help you fix that. Dunamancy has a interesting way with the mind.
I'm gonna have to decline the probing though.
Oh, I
If,
wasn't. I didn't need the probing from you, Rig.
Sweet.
I'm very interested. Go ahead.
Before I go, Rig, might I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure, stranger.
Would you be willing to spar at some point in the near future?
You wanna fight me?
Of course, it'd be fun. I think it would be a good bonding moment between us.
Look, I
Since you've
thought
been
the Sunbreaker's kind of a big deal.
That's fine. We can definitely test
Why
that
don't you? Why don't you two fight the week before he gets back?
the week before who gets back?
I mean, I already have a fight with the champion. I feel like he should fight someone in order to fight me. Normally, how it works in the ring.
Very well. You will fight a Minotaur, Wilby, before you fight the intermediate champion, or the potential. What do they call it? And you see Philip, number one contender.
I think she had it correct the first time.
Oh,
Let's not
I-
correct the queen, you know.
But you both may leave. Well, Wilby, you know where you're going. Rig, you may go wherever you want, or you can wait. This is more of a family thing on this one.
He's kind of family. I mean, unless you wanted to just be us, that's cool too.
So when
You
they
would
go
feel
to
the slight.
jail, oh, what do we call?
if Zen, you feel a little flutter as it's not that it's a family thing, right, per se. It's that it's like the first time you guys are gonna do something as a family.
But I think, yeah, I'll meet you outside, Rick, or you can, do you need some money?
You could persuade the queen
Oh no,
if you'd
no,
like.
definitely don't need money, but you know the whole jail thing and Zen being in there. Is there any like community service he could do, perhaps?
I
Maybe.
could campaign for you in this upcoming vote.
It's
He's a
literally a
showman.
it's literally a day.
True, but it also could be a day of entertainment.
My word is final, and I will not repeat myself again.
Then don't.
She looks over to you then. Learn that from Satirius.
What happened?
The not repeating thing. Satirius just said that, and that's how he gets people to stop.
Oh, right. Okay.
Mm.
I'm gonna zip my mouth.
All right. Rig, if you'd like, you can just stay in one of the rooms here until tomorrow.
I don't know. There's a lot of rules here. Kind of gives me too much of a heavy vibe.
We are very well. Then you may see yourself out.
I appreciate it. Also, can I just give this to my friend so he could like relax in the cell? You know, no worries or anything like that.
What is it?
It's just jerky.
Oh. Go right ahead.
And then I'll try to put the ring of animal influence on the strand of jerky and kind of like give it to him.
Roll a sleight of hand.
Sweet. Bam.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you hate to see it. Okay. You have a strand of jerky and a thing of animal influence.
You know, Zen, if you ever get lonely, you could just talk to the rats.
I will definitely
You're
try that.
fucking ridiculous.
Well, I hope he could be creative in trying to escape if need be with through animals. But here's the ring.
Gonna last one day in jail after right away.
Well, you know, see you guys later. Too many rules and whatnot. See you. Bye.
Bye, Rig. I'll
Be
pocket
careful out there,
the
Rig.
ring.
Huh? Oh yeah, no problem. I'll trip over the like doorway because the thing's a little too high and I misstep.
Yeah, the guards
Oh.
help you out.
Oh no, no need, no need. Intermediate champion walking through.
Hey, aren't you wanted somewhere?
Most definitely not.
Let's play with it. Will be Sophia escorts you down. You see Line with their head back, and you see the stream of magic going into her, assuming mind. And you see someone looking. Oh, another company. You may go. I'll be with you shortly. I'm about done here. You see like little cut marks on his face and stuff.
Hmm.
And you see one appearing as he's like, well, that was surprising. Sophia, the next cell down. I'm almost done here.
And I'll just follow her.
Alright.
Kind of hang out and wait until it's my turn.
Yeah, the second you walk in there, all your magical items and stuff cease to work.
Oh no. Oh no, I'm slow again.
It's just dampered by the cell you're in. But I'm gonna go back to Line real quick.
Yeah.
All right, Line. Let's see if you can pass any of these saves. As someone's been a real asshole to him. We'll choose this one. Maybe we'll choose. That's not the one I wanted, actually. That sucks. Maybe it's this one. It's not you passing saves. It's him. You hear a voice guiding you. All right, Line. Let's see your past. You ready?
you asking me or is the guard asking you?
No, Essek is asking you in your mind.
Oh. Just be gentle. This is my first time.
I doubt that. All right. Where are we?
My darkness.
You see a room. Its center is a radius of stone, and the stone is almost obsidian looking, right?
Mm.
You guys walk to the edge and look over, and you see an empty darkness below it, a swirling mass of black ink. And then you see 5 chains surrounding.
What should not be released?
That's cute. I take it we're in the lowest layer of the abyss.
Potentially.
There's that little tiefling I see over there.
I'll look over. Is it little me?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who does it? Who do you think it is? Doesn't she have just the adorablest little cheeks? This
You were left down here.
Yes, not by choice.
You hear a voice.
This is
Gwendolyn. Try again. And you look over. How old are you?
Probably about 5, 4. Probably.
Yes, Father, I'll try again. And you see these angel wings appear. Alright. Focus on the chains. Okay.
This is stuff I didn't remember. Now, okay.
And you see this aura of radiant energy surround you and go after the chains. The second it hits the change, it reflects back at you, and you see little you go unconscious. Disappointing. And you see it fast forward again and again and again. And you get older. All right, Lion. One more time. Give it everything you got. Yes, Father. And as you let the radiant energy go, it hits the chains, and you start seeing a little bit of a crack. Good. Very good, daughter. Rest. We will try again. And you see some sort of a demon come out and bring a tray of food and set down a single bear.
Single what?
Teddy bear.
Oh.
Eat. You've earned it. You don't look malnourished or anything, right? You hear literally, what's outside of here, Father? Nothingness. We will build a world for you. Just have to break the chains that bind me. And who did this to you? The devil. Why would the devil interfere? Jealousy, I assume. Fear. I'll help you, Father, I swear. Good. But how come I don't look like any of the demons? It's because you're an angel. Just for me. It doesn't take much for you, Lion, to see the bullshit spewing from Therisdune's mouth, right?
Yeah. What? A shitty father number 2.
Well, should we go a little bit further? And goes a little, feels like a year or so, maybe.
Hmm.
And you see your mother running down these stairwells to this platform you're at. And you see Tharizdun's essence appear as much as he can, right? And reach out for her. And you hear, I don't think we'll be doing that today, my friend. Why don't you calm down? I brought you a triangle. And he sets down this pyramid and places a stone in it. Be calm, Tharizdun. Be calm. As your mother picks him up, you see Malik looking around. What a terrible place. You should be ashamed of yourself, Tharizdun. Everyone answers to someone. And you see your mom cutting through demons. And as they're appearing all at once around her, you see cuts and scrapes and arrows hit her in the chest. And each time they're about to hit you, she kind of turns and absorbs a blow. At the top of the stairs, you see your father that you grew up holding the door open. Run! Faster! We don't have much time. And you see Malik pick up his pyramid. Go, I'll be fine. I have an ace in the hole. And as he traverses a little bit further, the image cuts down to your father and your mother uniting. Are you okay, darling? I've got her. Good. And as these demons surround Malik. Oh, I'm surrounded. Ace, if you could be so kind. And off in the distance, you see a mage appear from behind the door, point his hand, flick his finger, and a spell just 200-300 feet go down and hit these creatures. We fast forward through time, and you see yourself growing up with this new family. Slowly but surely, the smell of the abyss leaves the little child. So, what I'm gathering is you had kind of a long life. Your Essex say to you.
It would seem, and that's an understatement. This part I don't remember.
It seems like you have a few years of this.
You means the new family?
Yeah,
That bit
appears
I
they have.
Hmm?
Huh?
that bit I
Appears.
just recently remembered, and it seems those were the only happy times.
Well, it's not every day you see someone so willingly carrying such magical items around them. He points them out to you. Were those to hide you?
What's he pointing at?
These little relics, little pyramids hiding around your room.
I don't.
They look like Malik's little pyramids, like a smaller version of them.
I would assume so.
Shall we go to your Volkstrucker training? I don't think I'm going to get here much out of this anymore.
Potentially not. But if you must.
Seems like we're somewhere outside of the Savalier Wood.
It seems
Huh.
so.
And you see teenage Urilanna going through training. It's almost like off in the distance you see her kind of look over and see Urilanna and Oliver getting special training. I'll pass you. You'll see. Kind of watching them go off with Trent, him smiling and looking back at you and scowling. You're not going to accomplish anything like that line. Train harder. And you go back to what you were doing. Constantly trying to get approval. Line eventually made her own mind. As we get to your backstory, we'll keep it to yourself, okay? You can keep that.
Okay.
And you Fast forward to when you met the group, to when your mind was restored. Well, we're almost done, Line. You've been doing well. Although Tharizdun seems to be pretty pissed. I think my face is covered in blood.
Ultimate evil and what have you. What do you expect?
Alright, let's see what makes you so special. And you see him turn his hand and a dial appear. Alright, why can you do what you do? And it gets to the past the Shadowfell stuff, past the stuff that you already knew, to the moment that you're about to be turned when Trent summons you. This is where Essek needs to make a save.
I would be careful.
Well, if you want to die, that is your decision. I make my own fate.
Gave my warning.
And you see the language of Mordecai appear. What language is this?
I wouldn't know, right? I don't know.
Yeah, it's the same on your tattoos.
A mystery to even me.
It's arcane. I'm going to attempt to dispel it. Alright. Show me your memories, Line. It's a high DC.
Oh boy.
You see him cast Fortune's Favor on himself. Alright. Let's do this. As he attempts to break it down, you see those letters turn to blood. And immediately you see multiple spears go out at his subconscious and they strike his chest. You start seeing blood. Oh, that sucks. Well, do you want freedom or not? And he holds his hand up. Your call.
Insight?
He's gonna break down this spell on your mind. He's asking if you want it.
Like, in what sense? Like, just the control?
Mordecai's hold on your mind that he casts when he performed that ritual.
So
You've never seen this before.
So just the hold, right? Not the magic itself?
Yeah, it's just getting rid of whatever barrier Mordecai put up.
Oh, okay. Then I'll reach my hand out.
Very well, Line. Shall we begin? You see the wounds are getting deeper in him. Alright.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
He casts Fortune Favor on you. And himself. No memories. Let's go. You may both cast Dispel Magic. Roll a 1d20 with your modifier, and he will as well. You can roll twice.
What is my modifier?
Charisma, I believe, is a...
Yeah, okay. So 1d20 plus 5.
Alright, Line. You will not be outdone by Essek, as you will take the lead. The memories of your mother and your father trudging down to the abyss to save you. So many people putting their lives on the line for you. This falsehood that you sensed coming from Tharizdun. Your purpose was to break his chains. Because you're a descendant of who?
The real?
And as you focus Dispel Magic, thinking of why he chose you. Why you? You see an angel appear at your side. Not the devil version. You see your mother's beautiful hair, her wings outstretched surrounding you and Essek. As the energy comes out of your hand, you see the letters crumble. She looks at you, smiling down at you. Don't fall like I did. Promise me.
I smile at her and I say, I think if I stumble, I have friends to pick me back up to keep from falling.
Then you're free. I have to go now. A different life awaits me. I didn't want to lose you. But we can't control what happens.
Well, thank you for not letting go.
Always. You see Essek kind of looking stunned. This is not what I was expecting. As it shatters, you see you sitting in the center of a chair. Oh, you are broken. And you see him looking. Mordecai? I thought he was dead. You see him break out a pen and paper and start jotting down the circle that was used to make you a Morgenstern. Is that the blood of Tharizdun? You're not completely free yet, are you?
I'm still hesitant to talk because that fear is still there.
Go home. Find what they hid you. There's more to see. When you do, I'd very much appreciate getting to see this into fruition. You are done. I sense no ill will towards the Queen. You might need some rest, so I'll wake you in the morning. And this is a you're welcome moment, so you're welcome.
I was just about to say thank you.
Yeah, no, it's just how Essek is, okay?
I opened my mouth and right when I did, you said.
Yeah, no, that's what Essek is, though, okay?
Kind
of full of himself, right? Willingly trying to take down a spell of Mordecai just because he wants to try it.
He doesn't have any ailments, exhaustion, or anything, right?
No. I'll live. I had to do the same to your friend Wilby.
Because I was gonna blood cleanse and exhaustion off of him.
No, I'm good. You'll keep your blood magic to yourself. I deal with dunamancy, and the possibilities are endless. You can have Fortune's favor for free. And he winks at you.
When you have my things.
Yes, and try not to go back to the abyss. There's darkness in everyone. You a little more. Nice cat. It never left your side.
I would call it to me to pet its head.
Yeah, in your mind, you are free to be relaxed. Outside of your mind, you're passed out hardcore.
Oh, god. Then I'll just play with the Umbra in my mind.
Really, you're gonna keep my dunamancy going, huh? Alright. Enjoy yourself.
Oh, I thought it was passed
No,
out.
it's just RP. You're good.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, okay.
Enjoy yourself.
Do an Emmett Sulk wave at him while I'm petting the cat.
If you're interested in a new life, head to the House of Soph.
I'll keep that in mind, thank you.
But choose right, or don't choose at all. One person that visits my mind would always say, you're at a crossroads, Essek. You decide. And he leaves your mind.
Okay.
Wilby?
I'm here.
We'll get to let's do yours real quick, because I feel like you've been waiting for this day.
Yeah. I'm ready.
Wilby, I will tell you the same thing I told Line. Listen here, bitch. You will do what I say. No, just kidding. If you resist, it'll hurt a lot. And I'll keep going until I win, and I always win.
Hmm. I understand.
Shall we
But can
take a
I
look at your mind?
could I ask a question first?
Very well.
Would you prefer to just talk instead? I assure you I have nothing to hide.
Assurances are like anything else in the world. They're made by people that are capable of lying.
This is true. Then I guess I have no choice.
Has your friend lied set in her memories? If you have the means to do it by magic, why not?
Well, I don't possess the ability to use magic, or haven't studied it at least. So, shall we?
Because we've already done the early years of your life, we're going to kind of gloss over that and go straight
Mhm.
to what they're looking for. It's not as big for you, right?
Yeah.
Uh, why is this Mordecai fellow always in your minds? So, do you have trouble thinking, I take it?
Yes.
Would
Thinking
you like
is.
it? Would you
Hmm?
like this gone?
I. What do you mean gone? Just
This
gone, gone?
memory spell of yours that's on your mind?
I. Sure?
Yes.
Yes.
It's not a lot for you. It seems like you did most of the work. I could tell by all the lightning bolts flying everywhere in your mind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Let's see if we can get this going. Very well. You see the remaining lines, letters of Mordecai that were used to cast by Trent to break your mind that's been currently propped up by AO and Luna and Sia Crash and Fleck and all your training. Imagine how
Hmm.
much you're wasting on just this. All these people helping you. And that is a god chord. Okay. And that is but what's his name? Fleck?
Correct.
Apparently you're not supposed to say that 3 times, so I won't.
No, saying Fleck 3 times is a bad idea. Because if you say Fleck 3 times,
It's
then.
in a row. Don't play games with me or I'll leave you in a shattered mind.
Oh,
Alright, let's get to the good stuff. Are you evil will be for 200? Nope.
200.
It's a term of endearment. You're okay.
Huh, okay.
And then it gets to Liridium. I don't think that's it. Oh, it is. Who is this? And you see the worm appear. What is this, Wilby? And you see him immediately go on the defense.
That's out of game.
Liridium.
Remind me the
Liridium.
Liridium?
He's
Okay.
in your mind?
Yes, he's definitely there.
Hmm.
I'll confess, I've forgot everything.
No, it's alright. This is more of like filling you, the gaps in your mind.
Hmm.
Hmm. You smell weak, Essek. Memories don't usually talk back to people visiting them.
No, they don't, and I'll kind of bring up my fists.
A request has been made. Roshana will fall. And everything will be glass. I don't think Roshana's gonna fall, my friend. And you see him start casting magic. Oh, a strong one. And you see an image of Roshana shattering beneath this beam coming from the sky. You see the fog that covers it part ways, making like an eye of a storm as this light shines down, and as this last drop hits, you just see a Roshana will fall. And I will come for you, Essek. And for you will be. There will be no king to protect you. So, Liridium, is that it? Oh, he's gone like that? He just comes and goes. Okay.
That he does.
Right, well, that's news. Will be. I understand the Queen has promised that you work with I and the Cobalt Soul.
Correct.
Then, I'm going to leave your mind because, that was terrifying. But, seek out. Who is it? I think it's Waka. Is she the library? Is she? Yep. Seek out the House of Waka. They might have research for you there. Her name is
Certainly.
Tuss. And I will be in touch with you. You're going to be quite tired. I'll move you into Lion's room.
Thank you. I appreciate it greatly. And
And this is where you say you're welcome. Or I say you're welcome, and you say thank you.
yes, thank you. I
Oh, very good. Bye.
lost my
And
word.
he doesn't want to hang out in that mine. So you're going to be resting for the rest of the day, just so you know.
That's totally fine. As long as I
Zen
can
and
hang out.
Chesia. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, as long as I can hang out with my buddy Line.
Yep. And that's where you'll be.
Hell yeah.
Well, all right. Are you ready? And you see this little goblin, very old-looking goblin. Goblins don't live as long as she looks old. Well, shall we begin, my queen? Ah, Zen and Chesia. Yours radiant as the ruby of the sea should be. Well, thank you. And you? I really like the thing you did to that one girl. And she winks at you.
I think she liked it too, but she doesn't want to admit.
Shall we begin?
I'm ready. Is it gonna hurt? I'm not good with pain.
No. It's only 8 years of memory. If you collapse because of this, then I will say your mother has failed you, and you see Laylis look over at her scowling. Relax, queen. I've been around as long as you. Will you just get this over with? Don't be nervous, Laylis. What are you afraid? That they're going to see a memory of you and hate you? You can't be serious. Write this down, Zen. Even the queen has insecurities. And that's what
Got
makes us
it.
human. Well, shall we take a trip down memory lane?
Yeah, I guess that's what we came here for. I'm ready as I can never be.
Very well. As she casts the ritual, you start seeing the Luxon glow brightly. Start flashing a lot. Almost like one of those fucking shitty things from the 90s, strobe lights.
Mm.
You see Laylis take your hand. And then take Philippe's hand. As he takes Chessia's if she reaches over to grab yours. Alright, children of the Bright Queen. Welcome home. Great Luxon, show them the memories. And it feels like you've been the closest to Eros that you've ever been, right? You kind of can feel the same from Chesia. As these little drow 8-year-old children images crawl out of the Luxon. You stare down at your young self. In this reality, you're kind of looking at both. You were prettier than Chesia.
I knew it.
And looks up to you. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Zen. I
Feel like,
think I am you.
well,
Maybe.
and what's my name?
I should know. I will mention the name that was mentioned to me
You have to
before.
say it out loud.
I don't know. It's out of my notes.
Limriel.
Lemriel. That was you, right?
It's nice to meet you, Zen.
Um,
Can I show you what you're missing?
Oh, I probably not much, but
He
if you
holds out his
insist.
hand.
I grab it.
In a moment, your mind fades from where you're at, and you're standing by a little kid. And you see Volslin and Laylis holding you. We had a good dad and mom. That's cool, right? Somewhere not in Roshana, we had a little vacation home in the Savalier Wood.
Huh. Okay, I will
And these are my
commend.
toys, and he shows you all his stuff. And you see a little loot. You see a very familiar symbol on that loot. It's the same loot that you have now.
You played music as well.
Mm-hmm. Some man that said he never liked to make people want him gave it to me.
Interesting. I bet you I'm a little better than you.
Probably you're older than me.
Not that much. I'm pretty young.
You look 40.
I'm only 17.
Well, today's not a good day.
Good day for what?
It's not a good day.
Was it that
That my
day?
babysitter's coming to kill me.
Um,
Mom doesn't have any idea, but look at Dad.
what does he look like? Does he look excited, elated?
Depressed, anxious,
Uh, okay.
hopeful. Do you know why I died?
I'm not sure about the specifics, but I know it was his doing. I'll point to Vaslan.
Father would never do that. And you remember your memories don't include Volslin actually doing anything, right?
Right. Well, when you and I merge, I think it'll be much clearer for you.
We have a place that we used to go play. And it kind of
Yeah?
moves you, the memories move you to a temple in the Savalier Wood.
What does the temple look like?
It's in, you have to go through a tree, and the tree almost looks solid, but he puts his hand through and you see it's just an illusion. As you walk in, you see a stairwell leading down. This is where elves and drow split.
Any Any indication who the temple is to?
I don't know, I'm 8.
So, when people come here, who do they worship? Like,
It's the Elven Pantheon, but the story says that Lolth turned our people away from the Elven Pantheon.
okay.
But Mother said that day is coming to an end, for she has seen the light. Do you know what the light is?
Maybe a little bit better than you. Yes, I have an idea.
It's you. And her, and you see an image of your little sister running down the stairs as well. Mom doesn't want us to ever be taken away like her parents. Father says whatever Loth wills is what we should do. It's hard to know who's right.
I don't want to break this 8-year-old's heart, so I'll just let him proceed with his memory lane excursion.
Well, down here, and he kind of moved forward fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is where Uncle Matthias does his work.
Uncle, like,
Not a real uncle. He just kind of acts like one. He's a work friend of Dad's. Said he was looking into the story of time. Said something important was happening here. And he was going to prevent it. I don't think he did, though. But we're not allowed to go here anymore.
why not? What's happening down there?
Because the witch is here now.
Which? Which witch?
We call her Victoria Black, the Night Hag. You see an image of that woman you met in the Cobalt Soul, or in the furniture shop.
Oh,
Apparently, she's turning this place bad. Said anyone that kills family doesn't deserve this land. I didn't know what it meant for the longest time, but I think it's us.
then he's probably the cause of all of this.
A lot of pain here now. I get scared going in. She
Hmm.
comes for us. Just wait. Well, it's time to go see the babysitter. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, and I guess if I can, I'll hold this kid's hand.
He kind of runs off with you. Mom made some good food today. At least we get that. You see an image of him smiling and eating. Looks like he has corn on the cob and he's eating it like a rabbit. You see Volzin reach over and rub his head. Eat right. You're in front of your mother. And he kind of smiles, corn stuck in his teeth. And you see Volzin all of a sudden look out the window. Darling, I'll be back. Wait for me? Of course. I see Laylis. Just, I hope you'll tell me what's bothering you. In due time. And you see him give you like the biggest hug. I will see you again. And you see Laylis looking at him weird. And he goes over to Claire, or not Claire, Chessia, does the same thing. It's at this point you see Chessia, the image of herself on the other side, just in tears watching this. And just like you thought, you hear a commotion. And you see these drow come in with the markings of the House of Aben. The queen gets up to make her move, but in an instant she's pulled down. Doesn't take much to sense Vesta Rogna's aura, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is her drow form. Way more beautiful than her elven form that she was reborn as, right?
Mm-hmm.
It seems maybe time punished her for this crime by making her hideous in the next life, right? And then you sense Urilanna's aura.
Little girl, or is it like adult?
Urilanna, adult,
Okay.
as you see this drow come in. All right, darling, take care of it. I have her. And as Urilanna looks on, you see a tear in her eye as she looks down at these kids who are clearly terrified. And she walks out. If you walk out, we'll be punished. And you see Volslin walk in. She couldn't do it? No, my lord. See to it. You see Derogna. Well, you're gonna have to take the queen then, because I can't hold her into it. And you see him come by and hold Laylis down. You see her legs kicking. And then it cues to the next memory. Victoria Black. Finding your souls wandering. Are you frightened? You're an evil lady. Evil is necessary. But one thing I am not is someone that harms their family. You're going the wrong way. But we always hide in your area when it gets scary. But how will your mother ever find you if you run this way? Take my hand. You see the two little souls of your former selves as Victoria Black leads you to the Luxon. You will be reborn. Don't waste your life. Is mommy okay? Let's just say the world will never be the same. Run along. And you see Victoria Black head into the house where your father's waiting. You made a grave mistake today. He quickly, you see an arm touch him, time to go, as you see one of the guests pull him through a gate. You wait there. And she points a finger at Derogna's, the house Haben, and she freezes. Fear is terrible, and I want you to see all the different things of fear. As you see her walk out, she comes back with, who seems to be Urilanna's past self. Now you get to watch your daughter suffer. But not before. You. And it cues to black and you hear the screams. You're presented with that little kid one more time. I don't want that to happen again. Will you stop it?
We'll do our best.
Gives you a big hug and all those memories flood. You see the kids watching over Laylis for the years. Trying to cheer her up, but you see a cold and angry woman appear. It wasn't until she met Philippe that little things resembling, or until Philippe made his move, I should say, that little things resembling Layla started appearing again. You see a little shrine in a room dedicated to the Luxon, and hidden behind is a little drawer with two pictures of you and Chessia. Not of you as a young kids, but like pictures taken from afar of Zen and Chessia. Watch over them? And Philippe says, of course. They embrace one last time. I will return. I know. And your memories are back.
I guess when I don't know, probably my eyes were closed or whatever during this whole thing, and when I open my eyes, I'll just look at Playlas and be like, I guess I'll say, "Mother, we're back," and I'll give her a hug.
She just embraces you in a tight hug. You see Philippe kind of gives you guys a moment, right? And light has been restored to the Bright Queen. May it never dim again. And you see the little goblin walk out, realizing it's not her story. And it stays like that for a little bit. And that's where we'll end the session.
Intense.
Ooh.
Oh,
I have
dang.
to. Next session starts with me in jail.
Gonna be fine.
On that note, this is where we end it. Thank you for hanging out, guys. We'll be back tomorrow with Legend of Karai, and we should be back this time. DM shouldn't be canceling. But thank you for hanging out. If you enjoyed the Wildemount campaign, we'll be back on Sundays for this campaign. Legend of Karai on Mondays, and then it's been a rough week, so we'll see if there's going to be any streams the rest of the week. I do need to get some drawings done, so probably some art streams at some point. But, pardon. Thank you.